Not something we talk about often. Well, maybe people do a little more than others, but I'm talking poop, and here is what happens to it.
Whether it's the Mean Green, the Nugget Family, Daisy Deuce, or Conrad Chili, we all take a ride on the Magic Stool Bus. But have you ever wondered where it goes? Here in Hamilton, once flushed, it travels through a system and eventually becomes biosolid.
So with our biosolids, it goes through a variety of treatment processes. We make sure we remove all the pathogens from the material, and ultimately we use that material on land as fertilizer, or as a type of fertilizer, Class B fertilizer. I think a lot of people would assume that that is a waste product, but certainly there's a lot of nutrients in that material, and it allows us to use it on farm fields to grow products.
Yep, you heard it right. Your poop ends up as fertilizer. 38 to 40,000 tons of biosolids are produced a year through the main wastewater treatment plant. It's by the big globe off the QEW. Now don't get eked out. The process is well managed.
So there's certainly a lot of process and regulations involved. So through OMAFRA, they regulate the industry and in application conditions and when and where, and there's certainly time frames associated with it. But certainly it is a very beneficial use of the product. It is a beneficial reuse product, and it's beneficial to our industry and the farming industry. It's free to the farmer, so it's something that they generally really appreciate, and they like when our contractor comes knocking on their door looking for new opportunities.
The City of Hamilton has a solid sustainable program. The city works hard to process the biosolids to a high standard, which opens the door to more diverse uses.
If you take biosolids to a Class A, they say, you can register that with the Canadian Fertilizer Act, and from there opens up your markets on how you can diversify that product that makes it more sustainable. So you can go agriculture land, you can go horticulture, you can dispose of it through cement kilns as a fuel source, and there's many different options you can have. So as markets change over time, you're more diversified in being able to dispose of your biosolids and remain sustainable for many, many years.
So how does it all work?
Basically, when you look at a wastewater treatment plant, many people think of the liquid side of wastewater treatment, but this is a diagram or an aerial of the Woodward wastewater treatment plant. So all the sewage in Hamilton all combine into the pumping station here underground, about 100 feet underground. There's two large interceptors that bring all the sewage into Hamilton in this one pumping station location. As the wastewater flows through the treatment plant, it flows by gravity through the plant, and strategically what we do in certain tanks is we slow the sewage down so the solids has time to settle in the tanks. So the primary clarifier tanks, we call them here, is the first series of tanks we have that settles the solids portion of the wastewater into the bottom of the tank, where we pump the solids out, and we send those solids to digesters where they're heated at 35 degrees Celsius for 15 days to stabilize the solids so that it can be safe for land application. In addition to that, after the biological process that stabilizes more of the wastewater, there's a second series of tanks that the same thing happens, basically, where the solids settle out from the liquid, and we draw the solids from those tanks as well, send them to the digesters and co-blend them with the primary sludge, and all of our sludge gets digested, like I said, and in that digestion process, a byproduct is methane gas. So many people in Hamilton are aware of the globe. The globe is our storage for the methane gas, and historically what we've done is we'd flare that because methane gas is not very environmentally friendly for greenhouse gases. So in 2011 we commissioned a project where we installed a cogeneration engine where we burn the methane gas as a fuel in an engine and we make electricity. 1.6 megawatts of power is produced, which is about sufficient to heat about 1,200 homes, and it becomes a source of revenue for the city as well. We also purify methane to natural gas quality and inject that into the union gas grid, and that is also an additional source of revenue for the city as well. So we're very diversified on not only our biosolids and how we manage our biosolids, but the treatment process of treating the biosolids is also another area where we're looking to leverage sustainability and try to leverage as much energy as possible for the city. So in moving forward, those revenue generating initiatives in our biosolids program will remain, and in the back what we're going to do is add a more sustainable treatment process to manage the actual product at the end of the day and how the city chooses to dispose of their biosolids in a more sustainable way.
The site is currently under construction as the city continues to build on the wastewater treatment program. For Hamilton Life, I'm Linda Rourke.
Well, Well, it's been a while since we've talked about Crime Stoppers, who continue